We now return to Let's Play Zeus. So there was a little bit of a disaster flipping over like that, because everything that was being stored there then ended up getting used, of course, which means that we lost a lot of resources re-establishing that. But we've now flipped over, and things are kind of alright. Just a little bit. But, obviously, I still need to flip these, so what I'm going to do there... I guess he's already taking it. I'm going to pause for a moment. So we need this to accept... what are we accepting with this? I guess marble? Okay, we'll accept marble. Empty that out. We will empty that out and accept olives. And then in this case, we're accepting 16 and 4. So we will accept grapes. Let's go ahead and empty this out just to make sure that's what it's doing. And we will empty that out and accept 16 wood and 4 sculpture. Peculiar. Why are they bringing that down? They must be taking it to the temple. This is currently awaiting sculptures. Okay, good. For a minute there, I was a little bit worried. This is probably not going to be okay, because I do kind of want a back wall, at the very least. That's sort of what I was starting here. It's probably not going to be a complete surround, because if I do Dionysus... Well, you know, I might actually be able to do that. I might actually be able to do that. In fact, isn't that why I left a little bit of a gap there? Thinking back several episodes ago, maybe I did intend to actually wall off the entire part of this. Because I had thought I was going to get this guy up and running. Yeah. But, you know, I was thinking I'd keep him inside the walls. That's why I didn't need walls to have the temple protected. But, I mean, this is very close to, you know, the city, and I will have this back way surrounded by wall. This one's pretty much going to be on its own, and potentially, if we ever did get invaded, they could wander up here and wander inside. So at least by closing this off, I'm preventing anything from coming to the mountain, or the mount here. Okay, back to, well, letting it go. Letting the game run instead of being paused and wasting more time. Yeah. So, we got 18 people. 18 people that I need to use to get this tooled up a little bit. So since this is not going to be absolutely horrific over here, let's do that. And what am I leaving this gap for? Am I leaving that for a podium? I mean, that just goes right there to the podium, but otherwise the alternative is to have it go over here somewhere, and that I don't know what I would have going on. Having these guys... That's not where you find that. So I could move them more to the industrial side of things. It would take them longer to get there, but that's not really relevant so much, is it? Alternatively, I could just have them kind of in on this side. But let's do it here. So I can get rid of these guys, so that I can then put in some... Well, I could close this off with more columns. Why are they holding on to wine? Because I guess I'm not purchasing enough. I'm not purchasing any, as a matter of fact. They need armor, yes, but they will also need wine. So I may as well get the wine going, because, I mean, why not? Wine not. They need much stronger appeal out here. And we can finish off their culture buildings. What though? Because I don't really want the production buildings out here, but I can, I suppose, to fill these in. I could put a drama school here, alternatively here. Put a college out here. Could maybe put a college here. I mean, really, in the end, when I have this closer to its final form, we are missing an infirmary. When it's closer to its final form, it will actually be just a massive amount of people. Putting this here means it's going to wrap around and come shooting out that side, so that's actually really annoying for me. So I guess it goes here. Which is good because it's kind of further away on the appeal, so it's not going to be as destructive.
Worship me and find out.
So what do I put over here then? There's really nothing to do that with, is there? I mean, I guess I just put some culture buildings. I feel like having sort of the drama school sort of on the outside of things would make a little bit more sense rather than, you know, right next door. It is kind of in the agora area. So we'll put that there, and we will put a college up in here. Up in here. What do we have? Population monument? Suppose I can do that here. We'll end up putting a couple parks in the back. And maybe I could get some Corinthian column right there. Still not doing too much for me, and in fact, that thing is really hurting. So maybe what I actually want is a line of this, which does help a little bit, but man, in the end that just doesn't really fix problems that I am going to have. So let's think about... This is totally not what I was going to be doing this episode either. It's going to need 2 to a side. And if I want to have 4, that means we're going to be doing a line here. I suppose. Yeah, so this is actually going to have to be down closer to like here to work out. And really that means I'm just going to get one house on there. Unless I do something funky, like... sure. We're going to have to take care of them pretty soon. What's 3 level of... Yeah, and I can only reach them by sea, which means only triremes are going to do anything. Really, building a military force of any kind in this scenario is completely pointless. Well, you know, maybe then, and I don't even want that. Maybe I just want to do one grand agora kind of here. Because otherwise we're going to end up getting it here. And that wall will come down the side. Because if I did it here, then I could at least just put some beautification structures in the back. And that would work just fine. And this would be enough to stretch another 8 or whatever is required along that side. Okay, I think we'll do that here then. Let's go ahead and put it here. Is this thing going to collapse? Probably. I think it will, actually. So, well, that means we'd have to have something on this side coming this way to get through to it. We'll just preemptively put that there. And I guess that's going to be the end of that. So we'll put in a big fish pond back here. Good grief! Does this actually take up people? No? Oh boy. Something happened. No?
Life doesn't have to be unpleasant. Worship me and find out.
Well, we don't need that many more people, so I'm gonna just put things in here. Should I just have a road? I feel like I should. I can put these here and just have a road come through here. That's another roadblock. But then it provides a shortcut for these guys to go. In fact, it might be a shortcut for my athletes, because if they wander off this way to the stadium, it's not... Well, I mean, the stadium's going to be further up here anyhow. So maybe they'll go that way just naturally by moving that. But this gives me another through road here. Otherwise, we'll just put appeal buildings there. Let's be practical about this. Immediately come to a screeching halt because now I'm thinking about this thing. Well, if I put another podium over here, then it's just going to wander to where it needs to go anyhow. So, not actually an issue. And we can just fill that in with park. Now, this is not the final destination for this, because I did want this to be another housing area on this side, probably more tenement level, because I think we'll put what is it, townhouse? Townhouse is the highest. Townhouse level here, townhouse up here, you know, kind of, as I said, around the agora area. So that'll work there. I still don't know what I'm going to put there. I guess I could put a guardhouse there just for kicks. Or even a house, I don't know. But anyway, we'll just let this go so that houses develop there. And we'll focus back on this side. Back before I was interrupted. So, what? That leaves me with 6 there. I guess we can kind of put this like so. Now I'm going to have some room to build things like a hedge maze and a park. And that should be pretty good there. I could even, just for good measure, put a statue there. But, so thinking now about where this is going to go. This will be the walkway to the outside, which means that the gatehouse will be here, except that if I want this to go down, I'm going to want houses along this. So I'll have to think maybe that the wall is going to come out here, but then I did say I was going to connect up the wall instead of having just the wall run right into the cliffside. But if I'm going to put a block here, my god, this is a huge project. I did not account for the size of this at all. So a lot of these ideas are going to be on the back burner for a minute. We'll probably take a detour shortly. Why did grapes go here, guys? Come on. Okay, well, we got a lot of stuff sitting around, so let me... How are we doing for people? We still need people, but we're getting 60. So let's put in our final pier. I think this will be the final... Well, no, because we'll get one more once I get this new colony, won't I? Which is going to flub the whole... I mean, I could put one here. But I wouldn't be able to put a trireme, right? Because triremes require... Yeah... This would not go back far enough. It would overhang where I don't need it to overhang. So, The limitations now of where I can put this are kind of annoying. I guess I could put them just all over the place, but I'd wanted sort of a pier area. And I could put them along the outside, but again, now they're going to be outside my projected walls, where I'm going to put those. What does Phoenicia provide for me in trade anyhow? Buying fleece and selling armor sculpture, so not necessary to have them down, actually. Do I really have 1, 2, 3, 4? Yeah, okay, so we'll save it for the colony then, putting the next one there, but let's find out what I can actually be selling. I can start selling armor, we definitely don't want to do that, but I can start selling wine, and we'll have it hold only 12, because that's all we can sell in a year anyway. Selling marble, but should we be at this point?
Worship me, my beloved hound will watch over
we don't actually need you at the moment. I really wish you could just turn off individual buildings in this game. Definitely what made Emperor nice. Okay, so everybody should have armor now. They do. They just need to be bumped up to the next level, which is wine. Why are you... Arg! So how the hell... Is it really the location of this building? Is that honestly what is doing this? It's not the agora, it's the location of the buildings within it. So here is the cutoff. So if I... Oh man. That's actually incredibly obnoxious. Is that really the case? Is that really, really the case? Or is it just because... Well, no, because the fleece is further away than the wine vendor. So basically now what I need to do, instead of having it nice and centered like this, I'm going to have to shove this that way. Do I get these back? I don't think I get those back. I think once it's gone, it's gone. But there's no other choice. No other choice unless I build a storehouse here. Let me go back to this. Let's put wine in here. Actually, it needs to get, because this is our big one. Employees needed, I'm aware. We need to empty that out. I'm going to go do this high pay thing, and now we got a lot of employees. We're also looking a little bit sparse on the food. So let's keep that in mind there. Now that we've got that... Not a super fan of just having a little bit out here, but we do probably need one. Yeah. Or, since this is going to be kind of a farming area, maybe I could fit some here. I could really... well, you know, I could actually fit a few out here, which would actually give purpose to this road. Aside from just having horse ranches out here, it wouldn't be necessarily so lonely. Looks to be quite a bit more of a distance walking, but yeah, let's just do it. Like I said, that's a lot of people. That is a lot of now new required industry. Well, the smart thing to do is make the road go like this. It is disgusting. It's not very good to look at. And we gotta kill some trees to get this down here at the end where it belongs, but this will do for now, I suppose. Alternatively, I mean, because if I put this here, yeah, he's gonna walk this way, but the smart thing to do is put it here at the end of the road, but it prevents me from moving the road to anywhere else. Not that that's going to be an issue at all. So let's put it here just to line it up. We'll have to put a road here. May as well make it come to the end, and then we'll just, I don't know. We'll just hope for the best. Where exactly is this guy going to go now that I've got this all janked around? Will he make it all the way? Because I'm presuming I'm going to have the gatehouse right about here, so interesting. Walks quite far. Okay, so we got that anyway, coming in. And that did in fact work. That is now where that's going to be. So let's... Man. How do we need so many people? Appeal is an issue. And one way to deal with the appeal is to put, say, a happiness monument right down here to remind these people who it is that is providing for them. Put some park along the back way. And since nothing is really going to be out here anyhow, do something like that. There's apparently not enough appeal to offset what ugliness is coming out of this, so we're going to have to do a little bit more. Still not going to be enough, I'm sure. Especially since this is going to be continually concentrating this horrible, disgusting... Yeah, boy, that's still not enough. So I'm probably going to end up with another monument over here in this housing block, or even just behind this guy's building here. Is that going to cause a problem? That looks like it's going to cause a problem. Alright. Well, anyhow, maybe I can get a couple more homes down here. Or if that doesn't do it, I can maybe just put the podium in this corner. No, because then it'll come out this road here. Ah, shit, I don't know. I don't know anymore. We can always remove this and put a big fish pond there. Let's do that. That's not going to affect everything positively, but it will at least add more to... Is this really in the way? Oh my god. Yeah, because to get to here, they hang out in the bottom of this. So really, these masonry shops should now be up in here, or moved elsewhere entirely, because that's where these guys are hanging out. That's not going to be an issue once I put something there. I know. Just give me a minute. Another peculiar thing I just noticed is that we actually do have a little bit of room right here. These roads actually connect right there. Right, and that's what I was talking about with maybe like a crossway, wasn't I? If I wanted to get two more in there in the future. So we'll save that for the future. Appeal-wise, we're doing pretty good on this side. It is really just the compounding of this and that. But mostly this. Mostly that and the inability for me to actually have something nice right here. So that might be something funky to have to deal with in the future. But not right now.
Life doesn't have to be unpleasant. Worship me. And
I mean, I could always also just throw a flower garden in there too. Just anything else to add to the appeal on this side. As small as that's... I mean, it did make some small impact, so... the Isthmian Games are about to begin. I wonder if all my food is disappearing because of the temple. Speaking of temple, where are we at? Oh, Athena is done. That would be why suddenly all my, all of my people disappeared. Let's see what happens when I lower it to normal. We still need people. Okay. How many are coming in still, though? We got 48 coming in. I guess we'll start working on this housing block and getting that up. These guys need olive oil. I could start doing that. Let's do that. Olive oil vendor here. That should bump them up to apartment? I think apartment's after tenement. We could just put some appeal buildings over here to build that one up, and that alone would probably give me all the people that I require currently to fill some posts. These guys need access to a stadium. See, so here's the thing. Oops. They will never have access to athletes because the gym is right here, which means that they're going to wander straight to the stadium if I put it here, and then that's going to be it. The athletes will never go back in because they are a destination building, not a production building, so I would have to basically take the stadium and put it here if I want this housing block to evolve to its highest level. Alternatively, I remove something. I don't necessarily need to have this school. I don't need to have the school at all, in fact. I could put the school up here, or I could put the college over here and move this up into there, whatever. Bring this over here, and then I could put the stadium right in there. The stadium is a 5 building, it looks like. Yep, 5. So that means putting it here would put it lined up right with the roadblock. Since it wouldn't go there, it would wind around and come to here.
Life doesn't have to be unpleasant.
If I attach it to this one, then all the athletes will pour into here. They will not go on either side, I don't think. That's the only way I can see to fix that issue. But it means, once again, destroying a monument that is placed poorly. Shit. This just isn't really going my way, is it? There we go. Oh boy, these all went to townhouse. I wasn't really expecting them to do that just yet. Why are they doing that? They're getting gym, they're getting philosopher, and how are they getting... Do they only require 2? Appeal is the only thing keeping these guys down. Interesting. I did not realize that they only require 2 culture to get all the way up. How is that possible? So what is the requirement between apartment and my creaky chair? How is that all that's required to get from apartment to townhouse? I don't know. But oh my god. I think we need to start buying fleece again. And apparently food we need to start spamming a lot more. Especially if this shit is gonna happen. What did I do? Oh dear God, what did I do? Well, we're about to have a crisis on our hands, so that's a load of fun. That's a load of fun. We'll do half. We'll just buy it in halves. We've got olive oil for days. We might need to buy the other half of fleece from these guys. At least initially. Let's do it at least initially so that we kind of get what we need. We can buy wheat just from Egypt. But Naxos does it too. Okay, whatever. Yeah, so apparently these guys are just not... Where is your mother? Where are your employees at? It's not these guys. It's these guys. Husbandry.
Commoners are littering the streets like old discarded amphorae shirts. You really should see to it that they find some employment.
Thanks. Returning from the granary. Okay. So this is becoming an issue. We need to put a granary out here, specifically for these guys, so that the granary is taking it as a midway point. Even though that doesn't seem to be working so well. But yeah, we're having a little bit of an issue. So a lot of these people now can go straight into the food industry, and that's okay. So I guess that is something we can deal with later, or it seems like it might be a little bit more fun, but we don't have any fleece, so I guess that's what we'll have to deal with. Great. Okay, I'm going to end this one here. I will see you next time.